Very common for us to go by our signs, our astrology signs, and then we identify as a water sign or fire sign. Well, we actually just have all of those elements inside of us. We're all of them, and then on top of it, there's a feminine and a masculine version of those energies in us as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on in there, right? Well, your inner feminine fire energy is needing a little attention. Apparently, it is a little wounded at the moment, and I've got a little reading here going for us, and we can kind of get it cleared out for you. Seeing here is your inner Queen of Wands has kind of gotten wounded, and in the process has reverted to a child-like wand energy, and on top of it, it's in the corrupt form of the childlike wand energy. So it's kind of like an impulsive, almost like a know-it-all energy. And the ultimate cause of this is that we have this tower here with that Six of Swords. With these two cards combined, I'm gathering that there's an ending that's going on that you don't see a way out of. So you're not ending it, but the reality is there is a way out of it. And well, I'm going to have to pull some more cards to figure out exactly what to do here. But what I'm gathering is that we need to kind of pour our attention into something else, and that there is hope. And ultimately, you need to kind of invest yourself in family, that, your fulfillment lies there, but there's something blocking that. So I went ahead and pulled a Celtic cross for us to figure out what exactly is blocking this. Now, what I have picked up is that this Four of Wands here is in the hopes and fears, so that is the block, as well as this Hierophant. I believe that it's divorce. I believe that your hopes and fears are a successful marriage or an unsuccessful marriage, but it's causing some real big blocks here, and it's blocking us off from our Ten of Cups. So what they want you to do is really just kind of sit down, take a break, and think about stuff. We have the Four of Swords here and the Four of Cups here. Both of them are in the reversal. Both of these cards are kind of about taking a sit with your emotions and with your logic, and having a meditation session. But with them being reversed, I'm kind of picking up that you haven't done that. So sit down, really think things through. Take your emotions out of it at first, and then put your emotions back in it. Analyze them both separately and together, and then I believe that you're going to come into your truth. So they want you to take a hard look at your give and take in relationships. I'm hearing that it isn't fair if we don't know what our expectations are. Now, I kind of think that perhaps it's the expectations that you have of yourself, as well as the expectations that you have of your partner. Really, they want you to look at the time that you're putting into relationships, as well as the level of emotional, the emotional commitment that you're putting into your relationships. The word that I keep hearing is it's been artificial. So it's almost like it's artificially flavored relationships. The reason that they're wanting you to take a look at this give and take here is because I'm seeing that we're letting go of the part of you that allowed yourself to become overwhelmed. But really specifically, it's kind of pointing to how maybe in the past you had thrown yourself into your hobbies and interests, and rather than throwing yourself into your relationships. I want to clarify that this is not necessarily romantic relationships. And they also kind of want you to meditate on, the way that you behave whenever your feelings are hurt. So they're pointing out that your Queen of Cups energy here, so this is going to be like your feminine emotional water energy. It's a little bit corrupted in the form of whenever your feelings get hurt, you kind of lash out. Maybe you say some things that you regret later. What I'm hearing is low blows. The Knight of Swords here can be a little reckless, and they're a little gossipy. They definitely are chatty. They like to talk. But what I'm kind of hearing here is that it's an old defense mechanism, and that there's some healing to be done there if you just meditated a bit on kind of like why it is that you do that, and maybe even just analyze yourself whenever your feelings are hurt. Sometimes it helps to take a step back and kind of like make yourself a documentary, turn into Morgan Freeman and narrate your behavior. I'm going to end this here with wrapping back up that original spread with there's some kind of an ending to be had here. And they're pointing out that, you don't have to throw yourself from the burning building. You can kind of row across the stream to safety, and just kind of get away from that self-sabotaging. Just do a little bit of meditation and figure out exactly why it is that you feel the way that you do about relationships, and why it is that, whenever your feelings are hurt, that, perhaps you've been lashing out. All in all, this card here, I haven't touched on it yet, but this is the card that's representing you at the moment. And this is the Nine of Cups. It's reversed. It's very closed off emotionally, and someone that's kind of going in and is turning away from the want to share with others. Now, if you flip this card over, we got somebody that's very emotionally mature and kind of has all their ducks in a row. Now, you don't have to get there overnight, and I don't even think they want you to get there overnight, but they don't want you to turn away from you. That's what I'm really hearing right now, is the relationship with you is the most important. And whatever you do, do not turn away from your emotions.